In a studio that's in a basement comes the epic story of how two friends changed the future of the movie podcast game forever. The reviews are in. Boys Life magazine gives the High Sci podcast 4.5 acorns. The Daily Bugle says, these guys are super legit. And Pope Francis declares the podcast as life-affirming. From the kid who tried to get smart with David Spade and got fucking old.
You're still out. You're still bad.
And the guy who can name all four Baldwin brothers.
Alec, William, Daniel, and the baby boy, Stephen.
Live from the studio of his parents' basement. The Have You Seen It podcast.
Man, welcome back to the Have You Seen It podcast.
It's good to be back.
Here again
it's
today.
Good
Cash.
to be back. How are you holding up in these trying times, Mason?
You know, I'm doing good. I'm trying to stay optimistic.
You got to.
You have to. You have to in this situation.
You got to see the bright side out of all
you
this.
Do.
And like I was saying earlier, when this shit ends, it's going to be wild.
It will be.
It's going to be a wild week. It's going to be like Mardi Gras everywhere.
Yeah.
People are going to go stupid. Although people are still drinking.
They are.
They just can't drink socially.
No.
But the bars are going to be fucking
packed.
And the strip clubs?
Oh, my God. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
And the strippers.
Yeah.
I mean, because they haven't stripped in a while, so they're going to be like 9 people on stage at once. It's going to be a wild show.
Dude, the two things I miss the most are going to movies
and strip
going
clubs.
Well, no. I've never gone to a strip club in my life, believe it or not.
Well,
But
you live right next to the capital of strip clubs.
which
Portland.
Is, really?
At
That is
one
the
point,
capital of strip clubs.
At one point, they had more churches and more strip clubs than any other city in the United States. I don't know if that's true still, but that used to be a true fact from Portland, Oregon. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, churches, because Portland has a lot of churches. They got like a Church of Elvis. They got like a Church of Spaghetti Monster.
Church of the Jedi.
Yeah, so don't think it's all Christian.
No, of course not.
We go
There's
wide.
many different religions out there.
Yeah,
hopefully
especially in
Scientology.
Portland. Oh, there's definitely a building.
Good.
There's a building.
Xenu?
Oh yeah. There's a Scientology building across the street from a strip club. I'm almost positive.
You're kidding.
Yeah.
Wow. Only in Portland.
You can go bam, bam, bam.
Bam, bam, bam. Just coming in the strip club.
Sin a lot, get back in the good graces of Xenu, get back there, back and forth. Probably see Tom Cruise.
You'll probably never hit clear, but you know.
No, you'll never hit clear.
Not if you're doing.
Can any of us hit clear if we're not famous?
I don't think so. I don't think that's a possibility.
You got to put in some money to hit clear.
But yeah, I miss movies and comedy clubs. I
miss
really
movies,
do miss
yeah.
that, man. I miss those two things.
I do miss the theater. You really, you don't appreciate it.
No, you don't know
Until
what
it's
you
gone.
have until it's gone.
Until it's gone.
Exactly. Yep.
That's so true. And with this,
It is.
because we took for granted.
did.
I almost always left the theater angry back when I was going for some reason or another. Either the movie was bad or some guy just pissed me off, and now my whole day's ruined. But now when I go, I'm just gonna have a big old smile on my face.
Every time.
Probably won't sit too close to anyone.
No.
Still,
No,
not
right
gonna
away,
embrace
no.
anyone. But yeah. But this is I'm excited because I'm always happy to do our movie news edition.
These are one of my favorite
Yeah,
of
I
all
love
time.
it.
They're just fun.
They
We just
are really
relax.
fun to do.
We talk about the current events in the movie industry.
And
it's
you
just
might
a fun
think
time.
there's not too much going on right now because of the Rona.
Well, we got the leading story here to
Oh,
say
there's
otherwise.
shit going on, yeah.
It's in the fan right now, my guy.
Go ahead. Let's jump into our first story
do it.
of the day,
Yes.
and probably the most important story. You were here all day.
Of the decade. We just
Forget any
started.
Corona news
Yeah.
you might hear in the future. This is going to be the most important thing
It
you're
really
going to
is.
hear. Let's get into it. And of course, we're talking about the Amber Heard,
Yeah.
Johnny Depp. Can I call it a debacle at this point?
Oh, it's more than a debacle.
Is it a
my friend.
fiasco?
It's a fiasco. Yeah, that's what it is. It's a fiasco.
It's up there with the Bay of Pigs.
It is.
when it goes to fiasco. But yeah, Amber Heard is facing some serious prison time.
Yeah, man.
Up to 3 years. For people that don't know and haven't been following the podcast, because we've been following very
For
close.
this, we've been following this since day one, dude.
Yeah.
Since what? We've had this podcast for three and a half years.
Yeah.
And we've kept up with this since the day it released,
Yeah.
basically.
And I feel like maybe we maybe we feel like we have a duty at this point because of what we did to Johnny Depp so early
We have to
on.
apologize every time. It was one episode 2 years ago where we just lit up Johnny Depp,
Yep.
and then when all the new information comes out, we literally apologize every time.
I don't
we bring up
remember.
this
I
story.
don't remember what I said, but I guarantee
It wasn't pretty.
I guarantee it was along the lines of, "Yeah, I can see Johnny Depp doing that."
Yeah, exactly. Or I hope that guy never works again.
Yeah,
You
it's
know?
it wasn't pretty, but
It wasn't.
So now we have a job to follow him and just to be
clear
his
his name.
champion. Yeah, to clear his name and be his people's champion.
Oh man.
But yeah, for people that don't know, let's catch them up.
Yeah,
Amber
let's do
Heard
it.
and Johnny Depp are going through maybe
The craziest lawsuit of all time. Johnny
the craziest
Depp is,
divorce of all time.
Oh yeah, the divorce as well. But then Johnny Depp is suing Amber Heard for defamation for $50 million.
5 times her net worth.
Yes,
I like that a lot.
Oh yeah, he's going at the jugular.
She is going Joe Exotic. I'm never gonna bounce back from this
Yeah,
financially. I'm never.
With her EMT jacket on.
This is the equivalent of having someone's arm ripped off
It
in
is.
your tiger park. She's fucked because she's up against falsifying evidence.
And falsifying a lot of evidence.
And
on
in
top of
California, that carries a 3-year sentence. Yeah. So it's coming out. Johnny Depp, a video was released this week about him talking about his thumb.
Yes.
He called it, he said when his thumb was ripped off, it was like Mount Vesuvius.
Vesuvius exploding. Yeah. Which is the Pompeii, the city of Pompeii.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
For anyone who doesn't know.
Yeah,
you
your
know,
geography.
history
Yeah,
lesson.
But we knew that.
We did.
We knew that was great. But now there's some other celebrities getting drug into this.
Some celebrities. There's scientists. I mean, Elon Musk was dragged into this whole mess. Who else? James Franco.
Yeah. Talk about what's happening with
Winona
Elon
Ryder.
Musk. This
like
is just
everyone.
how crazy and how manipulative Amber Heard is. Well, she was cheating on Johnny Depp. I mean, we only have evidence a month after, but I assume she probably didn't wait a day.
Probably not. No.
She was working all the fucking angles. What happened? They saw her.
She saw her. Okay, so 1 month, literally 1 month after her and Johnny Depp were together, she invites Elon Musk over late at night and gives him private access, or personal access rather, to Johnny Depp's penthouse.
Yeah.
And he didn't leave until the next morning. What do you
the
think
guy
that means?
in his own house?
In his own house while he was filming a movie out of the country in 2015.
I don't like that.
No, the audacity.
Get a hotel.
Get a hotel. At least
Cheat
be
like
a little-
everyone else
Yeah, be a
cheats.
little classy about it. I mean, God.
I shouldn't have to hold your hand, Amber, until you had
Oh
to cheat on a guy.
You got to be a complete and utter sociopath to do that and to be okay with it.
Do you think like his doorman or someone was like, "Hey, Johnny"?
Oh, hey, by the way, man, I just want to let you know your wife of a month is inviting dudes over. And that Elon Musk guy didn't leave until the next day.
Yeah.
You know? Someone's got to.
And the footage
tell
is
him
crazy
that.
because what is she? She's in like a bathing suit or something, and she's like all over him. She's like hugging him and stuff like that. But
Yeah, they said the surveillance footage was not a pretty one. She was all over him.
So now Elon, he's been subpoenaed, right?
He has been, yes, to give up all of his personal communication with Amber Heard.
Yes.
That includes emails, text messages, phone calls, whatever correspondence that they had with each other.
Yes.
He's got to give all that up.
And the defamation suit is from her op-ed that she put in the
Washington Post. I think in like 2016 or 17, right around there.
And all, if you remember the picture she posted of the black eye, the double black eye.
The double black eye, which
Johnny
ended up-
Depp gave her
the ultimate
super
punch, the ultimate punch from Hot Rod.
I'm surprised maybe he got a kick in there to the chest as well. But
a kick that looks like a punch or acts as a punch. The art of self-defense.
But that turned out to be bullshit because the day after that, she was going on James Corden, and her makeup artist said she was with her the entire day and didn't have a single bruise or cut on her.
Yep.
And that was
Which
the
is
day
so-
after she,
That's so evil, man. This is like a
It's
Jussie Smollett
evil.
thing.
Well,
this
she
is like
is
a Jussie Smollett where you
she's
just
a
flat out
textbook
lie.
sociopath.
For real. Yes.
100%. She's been living her way the entire time. She never gave a fuck about the marriage or anything. She just knew it would help her. What I heard, this is something crazy, and this isn't on the news, but what I heard was she studied Johnny Depp for months before they met so she could know everything about him to marry
Oh
him.
my God! Allegedly.
Allegedly.
But that
Yeah.
is. But
you'll never know.
You'll never know.
That fact. But
you know,
that's
it kind of
what
makes
people-
sense.
Yeah.
It kind of makes sense with everything
That's
that went down.
like serial killer shit.
It
though.
is.
Where
But
that's a target. That's not a. It's a
Well,
yeah.
Okay, but let's look at the evidence. Of course, she's going to target Johnny Depp because, well, Johnny Depp is worth probably what, $200 million
At least.
on a bad day.
Yeah.
So of course they're going to go after that money. And you were telling me earlier, and also in the articles, that one of the reasons why that the finger incident happened was because of the prenup.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. The nuptials they were
the
signing. Yeah,
nuptials,
that was
yeah.
the whole thing. Was he wanted to sign the nuptials and she went
Ballistic.
ballistic.
Yeah,
she
just
went crazy.
Insane.
And a broken vodka bottle was what ended up tearing his finger off or something like that. It's crazy. And now James Franco is in it, and he just seems to be involved in everything. Franco,
Everything right now. I feel bad for the guy. It's just like, what else could he
he's being
possibly
involved.
be
Yeah,
in?
because apparently she was with him also, and he's being subpoenaed as well.
Yep.
So things are not looking good
No.
for Amber Heard. It's been quite the turn of events.
It has been. And there's been a petition. We talked about this last month, but a big petition to have her completely out of Aquaman 2.
Oh God.
That's what they're saying. I mean,
Although
I don't know if it'll
I
happen.
hate bad continuity in movies.
Yeah, that's true.
I almost wish she would have just filmed all her scenes and got it done with
Beforehand.
before all this happened.
Yes.
Because I hate bad continuity in any film.
Or like the Back to the Future thing where they eliminate Jennifer in the first one because she
Yeah.
had to do something else, so
Yeah.
they replace her with super famous actress. I'm
Hate that.
slipping her name, but yeah.
Hate that when that happens.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I really hate Amber Heard more at this point.
Yeah.
So, I think just kick her off the show and just write her character out.
And it's completely unacceptable. If you look at this, man, like if a man were to do this to a woman, to lie about all these atrocious things that they did, like there has to be consequences for lying, and that's why obviously Johnny Depp's suing for defamation. But there has to be consequences for this.
And especially making up false evidence. I mean, you just can't do that.
No, you can't.
I mean, no matter who you are.
And no matter how mad you are at someone, you can't justify that. That's not okay, period.
Yeah.
It's wrong.
Well, she's looking at 3 years
She is.
due to the California Penal Code Section 141 PC establishes that it is illegal to alter, modify, plant, place, or conceal, manufacture, or move any physical matter with intention of causing someone to be charged with a crime. And they had to make that in California because it's
They did.
happening a lot. A lot of these fucking
gonna say that-
actors, you can't rely on
You
anything that they're
can't.
saying
No.
because they're paid liars.
Yeah. Jussie Smollett. Two guys came up in MAGA hats and beat me up.
The real
What?
The real shitty part about this is, I mean, it happened at like the height of the Me Too movement when all this real shit was coming out
happening.
about real problems that women were having with
When I
rape
think-
and being abused.
Yeah.
And I think she saw the advantage. She saw what's going on and be like, oh, they'll believe me,
Of course.
for sure, because they're believing everyone.
Well,
right
and
now.
that's literally what happened to us, because you're right. That was in the
Yeah.
storm of Me Too.
when
and we
fucking
just jumped on
Cosby
that.
and
Weinstein.
and everyone was getting fucking picked up. So we're like, oh, it's just everyone in the van. But
Kevin
yeah.
Spacey.
Everyone.
Which is another
Yeah,
terrible
so many.
incident where he's having sex with underage boys. Like, just
Yeah, exactly.
terrible shit.
Yeah, so much shit. And I think she just saw that and was like, oh, this is the time.
You know who one person who didn't get what he should have gotten is? That's Charlie Sheen. Because
Oh,
I
yeah.
watched that documentary.
Well, people have always said Charlie Sheen's such a piece of shit.
Yeah.
So it doesn't.
Doesn't surprise you.
Yeah, but he is. Yeah, I mean, we don't need to get into that because that's
No.
real dark shit.
Yeah, it is.
But,
It's really dark.
But yeah, go
But
and
did
go
you end
and
up
watch
watching that documentary?
I watched scenes, and
Yeah.
unfortunately, everyone was predicting it was Charlie Sheen before it came out.
Yeah.
But it's
Well,
yeah,
not just Charlie Sheen, though, but they had that interview with that one boy who was working Disney. And even those managers and stuff sometimes fucking molest
Yeah.
those children, which is wrong. Completely wrong.
it's horrible. Let's move on. Do we have any more Amber Nerd or Heard?
Amber Nerd.
Amber Nerd.
Amber
I would call her
Nerd.
that if I saw her right to her nerdy face.
Right to her stupid.
Yeah, but basically, the only only guy that she could find richer than Johnny Depp was Elon Musk, and she fucking went for it, dude.
She blew that, though. Because now he's with Grimes.
Grimes, yeah.
Got a kid
They
coming.
got a kid coming. That's gonna be the nerdiest kid of all time.
Yeah, it definitely will. Might be a super genius, so
But
that might
also
be the
super
future
fucking rich.
of the human race.
It's pretty rare that when your dad's a parent, that your kids, or when your dad's a genius, that your kids
your
are
kid's
genius.
gonna be a genius. Yeah.
But it'd be nice if it are. Well, let's move on to another story. We're going to keep our fans updated on that for sure. But what else you got for me?
Okay, I have more alleged news and alleged details of Ezra Miller. Did you hear about this choking incident of a female fan?
No.
Oh, dude. Okay, so this story is pretty wild.
Oh no.
I guess this incident took place at a bar, and the source identified the person in the video as Ezra Miller and added more specifics to the larger story. Apparently, the Justice League stars are regular at the establishment. Miller was allegedly hanging out at the bar around 6 p.m. on April 1st when some fans came in and recognized the actor. But somehow it escalated to him putting a female fan in a chokehold and then throwing her.
I can't say too much on it.
She was quite pushy. I know.
That definitely sounds like you're trying to go me into another Johnny Depp and another me.
Exactly. I'm baiting you right now.
But it sounds like you're really trying to go after me. Going
April Fools.
If true, that's big.
Right. But some people are saying that it was a joking matter that got taken out of context, which I believe because there is a video.
He's very artsy.
He is very artsy.
Very odd guy, very eccentric, but as is Johnny Depp. So
because I guess the female, according to some sources on Twitter and people who have the video, and I'm not accusing Ezra Miller of anything, but what they're saying is the fan jokingly asked to fight him, and so he put her in a headlock and threw her down.
Oh,
yeah. So the full context here, but I had to bring the story to your attention.
If you're coming up to someone and asking them to fight them, then don't be surprised that the guy fights you. I don't really care who you
throws
are.
You in a headlock and says, "Here we go."
Hey Ezra, let's fight, and then be mad when he fights you.
Exactly.
But again, I still don't think he should be even pretending.
No, absolutely not. And that's the video right there. And then he takes her down.
That looks like it's more of a fun kind of thing.
Yeah. So he chokes her, and then he throws her down.
So
that does look fun. She looked like she was smiling halfway through it.
Is he going to jail or anything?
No. I guess it was just an article on Cinema Blend. I was reading through it and I was like, okay. Variety spoke to I don't.
That's not that bad. That does look.
There's a fan who was a little pushy, but
Chuck Palahniuk, author of Fight Club, put me in a chokehold. I met him. I got his autograph.
How have you? Okay, Cash. We've had this podcast for 3 years. How do you not bring that up one time on this podcast until now? That's such a cool story.
Yeah.
That's a really cool story.
Yeah, I met him in a comic book store and. He was putting people in chokehold. I said, "Hey, can I get one of those?" And he's like, "Hell yeah!"
Do you have a picture?
I do have a picture. It's on my Facebook actually.
Okay, send me a picture, and then I'm gonna throw it up on this actual video because that's dope, dude. That's super cool.
Yeah, you could see it. Yeah, he put me in a chokehold. It was awesome. He's one of my favorite authors, so it was an honor. But that kind of seems like if I turned around and sued him after that. And I asked him to put me in a chokehold.
Yeah. Well, that's why UFC fighters quit doing that because there were a few lawsuits. Because they take a picture with them, and then they would say that they put him forcibly in a chokehold.
Yeah, and also that's like their weapon.
That's
it's
professional
for me to ask an
killers.
author to put me in a chokehold. I mean, I could probably get out of the chokehold, but for me to ask a guy that literally puts people to sleep I can imagine him maybe not knowing he's doing it a little too tight.
That could be a potential problem.
Well, Mason, can I get into some more big news?
Yes, I cannot wait for this news.
And this, I always love this because this is some happy news in some dark times, right?
No, and that's what we need.
Yeah,
that's really what we need.
Absolutely. And it is all about the cat's mythical butthole edit.
Oh.
You've heard it. You've heard it on the corner.
Oh, of course.
People are whispering. There's murmurs everywhere. Everyone's talking about it.
We want to see the butthole cats.
What is the butthole edit for people that don't know? So early before Cats was released,
yes,
there was rumors that there's this edit,
a secret edit.
The secret edit lost for time. People don't know. It's like the Ark.
Mm-hmm.
People can't find it
except Indy.
Yeah,
Indy can find
and it's
Ark.
possible that this will be the same thing. You open up the butthole edit and it melts your face off because how beautiful it really is. But so there's a version of Cats where all the cats have CGI assholes edited in.
I don't know about you, but that's the movie I want to see.
I can't imagine anything more that I would pay to see that version. Right, I would pay. Put it in theaters, I would go back and watch it in theaters.
And then we do another review on Cats with the butthole.
So it's always been rumored.
Mm-hmm.
it has now been confirmed
Wow.
by the visual effects editor on the movie that at the beginning there was assholes. Here's what he said.
Okay.
When he was first looking at playbacks, a quote, he says, when we're looking at playbacks, we were like, what the hell? You guys see that? The source told the alley. We paused. We went to call our supervisor, and we're like, there's a fucking asshole in there. There's buttholes. It was prominent, but it wasn't prominent, but you saw it. And you were just like, what the hell is this? There's a fucking butthole in there. It wasn't in your face, but at the same time, too, you're looking at it. You'll see it. That is a quote. In quote. That is an entire quote.
That's a beautiful quote.
Of the VFX editor on the movie.
Oh, that is hilarious.
Yeah, so he went just to work one day.
Just
Thinking
another
he's
day
just gonna
editing.
He was going to see, and he saw maybe 2 hours of cats' assholes.
It's hard to get out of your head.
Again, it's just like, I want the behind the scenes. What was happening where that was a good idea?
Of course, it's got to reshape your whole week, too, your whole work week. Imagine coming in
Yeah.
Monday morning, 9 a.m., you just had a cup of coffee. You feel good about the week, and you see 2 hours of buttholes.
Well, you're thinking, I'm doing cats, biggest play in the world.
Of course.
People are going to line
Huge
up.
Broadway hit.
People are going to line up around the fucking corner.
Yep.
There won't be a cat left for adoption because
No.
people are going to eat up these fucking cats. And then you go to work and you realize, oh my God, this is going to be the worst piece of shit you've ever realized in your life because every single cat has an ass. Not even that, but they said they added in genitalia to the cats.
That's fascinating.
Yeah.
So they just had like
Asshole,
cat balls.
It all.
It's so
all of it.
weird, man.
Yeah.
That's such a strange thing.
It absolutely is. It absolutely is. But I want it. I want it more than anything I've ever wanted. Ever in my life. I don't want to know Star Wars. I don't want anything. I want this fucking... I want the butthole edit.
We want butthole cats.
Why can't
The
they just
people
give it
want
to
that.
me?
But yeah, the people want butthole cats.
Why can't you just
That's
give
what
it to
we
me?
want.
God, it'd be so much better. But yeah, it's out there now. It's legit. It's real. This thing exists somewhere. Someone knows where this edit is, and he's keeping it fucking.
You know
hidden.
what? This is like the Snyder Cut. We're never going to see it, but we know it exists.
Very true.
Yep.
Very true. They're
good
just going to
parallel
tease it.
there.
They're just going to tease it. All right.
All right. So the next piece of news: Godzilla vs. Kong merchandise seemingly reveals another monster heading to the big screen.
I did see this.
You did see this.
Did you put this story in just for me?
I did.
Just-
Honestly, yeah, I really did.
Because I'm the only one that
And,
probably cares at this point.
Well, the merchandise recently surfaced on social media in the form of like 5 different action figures. The first 4 are obviously variations of Godzilla and Kong, but the fifth character is named Nozuki. Whoa.
Suki.
It's based on the action figure. Nozuki appears to be a reptilian creature with a body resembling that of a snake.
A new kaiju? Ooh, that's very interesting.
Also,
that's done filming, isn't it?
I think so. Yeah, it should have been. Because I thought originally that was supposed to release in July, and then they pushed it back to November or December.
But that was before Corona.
Correct. Yes.
That was just a normal. Yeah, so I think it's still November, I think.
Yeah.
I think it's still good for November. But that happens so often, these
It does.
fucking, when they come out with toys, that I'm starting to think it's not an accident. I'm guessing it's just to hype up the movie. Because it happens, what does it happen for every Star Wars?
Yes, every single time. You know something based on the merchandise coming out beforehand.
They'll show the bad guy, the main
Right.
bad guy, and they won't do,
Well,
but it happens every
What's
time.
What's hilarious to me about Star Wars is they'll do that with the merchandise we don't really care about, but then the Baby Yodas, they make us wait for a full entire year. We're not going to get the Baby Yoda electronic, the animatronic Baby Yoda, which I will buy. I will be the first in line to buy that. But that's not coming out until December of 2020. And they're already pre-ordering.
If you get
for
one with the other Yoda too, and we have them
know.
side by side.
We'll have them side by side. It'll be the cutest thing in the world.
It
And
really
you know
will
I'm
be.
gonna
It
do
really
that.
will be,
It
yeah.
will be.
But yeah, and they didn't release Baby Yoda early. That's just, they're releasing this shit on purpose. They're saying, go ahead. It's not like they don't have control over these fucking toy companies and what they're releasing and everything. But it happens all the time. Constantly. For every movie, I think. But, yeah, so a new monster. I thought it was King versus... I thought that goes to my theory that they're teaming up in the end and they're going to have to fight this new bad guy.
That might be cool.
It's not going to be them versus each other.
It also, the Nozuki also has wings like King Ghidorah, too.
Damn, they're really putting everything on
Yeah, they
that
are.
big bitch.
It's going to be a big monster, my guess. It's going to be a
Snake
hell
head,
of a monster.
reptile body.
Uh-huh.
That's awesome. That's pretty cool. I got some. This is also some good news. I just got happy, uplifting.
Yeah,
news.
I'm glad you
Again,
brought the good news.
Dark times we're living
Yes,
in.
it is. Very dark.
CBS, though, is setting up a Sunday movie night. I don't know if you remember, but back in the old days, ABC had The Wonderful World of Disney. Every Sunday, they played a Sunday family movie.
See, I love that. That's a great idea.
Yeah, and ever since streaming and everything, they've gotten rid of it. They haven't had The Wonderful World of Disney for a long time. But now CBS is bringing back Sunday movie night for. I think that's a good idea,
Yeah,
too.
it's a great idea.
People have so much time with each other now. Like now giving someone. But their first programming, their first movies are going to be Indiana Jones, Raider of the Lost Ark. Fucking
Love
awesome.
it. Great film.
Great film to probably watch with your family, too.
Yes.
Fun. Forrest Gump. Another great.
Another great film.
Mission Impossible.
The original?
The original.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Hey,
the next one, Titanic.
James Cameron, 1997. Great film.
But is it really a family film?
No.
One, it's 3.5 hours
and
long.
it also shows titties.
Well, not on CBS.
Not on CBS, it won't.
It'll be edited down to 2 hours. Then Indiana Jones Last Crusade. But I used to look forward to The Wonderful World of Disney every week. They'd show a Disney movie, and it was awesome. So I think that's and it's a perfect time for Disney to bring that back now.
Yeah, it is.
Every Sunday to do a fucking movie.
Perfect time.
Titanic, again, not sure.
Yeah, that one's I'm a little iffy
more
on,
of a
but all
love
the other ones
story.
look good.
It's more of a love
As far as
story.
movies.
And I don't know. Yeah, and then they're jumping to The Last Crusade.
Yeah, so they just skipped Temple of Doom, probably because that was the darkest one of the three by far and
Temple
away.
of Doom gets hate, though, too.
It does. It does. It's
say it.
and it doesn't even show like Dr. Jones in his studies or anything. It's all like a really weird.
I love Temple of Doom.
It's probably, I hate to admit this because most people will hate me for this, only because that was the first Indiana Jones movie I ever watched, but it's probably my favorite. And it's biased. It's a dumb opinion, but I really liked Temple of Doom.
It's the most memorable for sure. You can say what
Yes.
you want, but it's the beginning, the rock scene, everything. That's the most beginning. Yeah.
And technically, it's kind of a prequel in a sense, because the first one is set in 1936, Raiders of the Lost Ark, but the Temple of Doom is set in 1935. Yeah, so it's actually a little bit different. So in a way, it is kind of the first
I think
one.
they could show the heart being torn out at this point. It's 80s.
It's
It's
80s.
very
It's-
80s.
yeah. It's not very terrifying by
funny.
any means.
It's
and
funny. Yeah.
And I was a little bitch as a kid, and I was terrified of everything. That scene barely scared me.
I loved it. I mean, it's physically impossible just to reach your hand.
Of course it is. Right. Like that's
No
ultimate
hand
punch
is that
times
strong.
20.
Yeah, no, you can't. And
It's
then,
like the index punch.
but to tear it out and to still have it beating, so cool.
It is cool. It was a great
So
scene too.
cool.
And
Yeah.
then to have the guy still alive
What's
as
he
he
saying?
immerses into the
What's he saying?
Kamehameha. Kamehameha. Yeah,
That did
that's great.
Yeah, I like that a lot. But cool that they're bringing that back. So
Definitely.
something for families to do. And what else we got for?
Here's a little list. I'm just gonna shoot the list out to you because I don't want to take too much time on it. But I know you love Western movies. So I want to give you
the Western.
the top 9 films that you can go and watch right now streaming. So anyway, True Grit, 1969.
Amazing.
You know that one, of course.
It's got the Duke in it.
Yep. For a Few Dollars More, which is one we just talked about
I
in
do
our
know
top 8
something about that
trilogies.
movie.
You do. The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
Another trilogy.
Another good
part of the
one.
trilogy.
Yep. HUD.
I've
It's a
not seen HUD.
1963
Yeah, it's very
black and
famous,
white.
yeah.
It's a very older film. The Sisters Brothers, 2018. Joaquin Phoenix.
We love the Sisters Brothers.
Great film.
Yeah. What
this
is that
movie,
streaming on?
This one would be streaming on Hulu.
Man,
Yep, this one streams on Hulu. And highly recommend The Sisters Brothers. I absolutely love that film. Really, really good. And then Blazing Saddles in
So
1974. That
Gene
one's also
Wilder.
streaming on Hulu.
Seen it a million times. Yes, so
Yep.
good.
Hateful Eight, streaming on Netflix.
Amazing.
Hostile, streaming on Netflix. And The Assassination of Jesse James by the coward Robert Ford.
If you haven't seen The Assassination of Jesse James by the coward Robert Ford, I would highly recommend. Brad Pitt. It's got the better Affleck brother, Casey Affleck, in it.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing. Definitely go and watch that if you haven't seen it. It's so good. It's a little different from most Westerns.
Well, yeah, Robert Ford is Casey Affleck.
Yeah.
Yep, in this one.
Spoiler alert.
And that one's streaming. Yeah, exactly.
He kills him in the end. Yeah, unfortunately.
Streaming Cinemax on that one. And then High Noon, which is a 1952.
That's an older one too,
Yeah, 1952 black and white film you can stream on Stars. And that's the list right there. So if you like Westerns.
A great list.
There's a good list.
That is a very good list, yeah.
I probably should give the first three. I didn't give the first three where the streaming services were. Hulu for True Grit, or Netflix for True Grit, excuse me, for a few dollars, Stars, and then The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly on Netflix.
The remake of True Grit 2 by the Coen brothers is awesome. If you haven't seen that, it's super good. It's got Josh Brolin in it.
Yep.
Ton of famous people. Well, Mason, let's talk about all the movies that have been delayed.
Yes.
Should we give the full list?
Yeah, give the full list for us, because like I saw article after article after article, and I was initially going to put all those articles, but then I was like, this is too much. Is there a list anywhere?
There's
Luckily,
a list.
you came into the studio and you had the list.
I'm always
so
prepared. You know how I am.
Oh yeah, that's why we make a great team.
I
man.
love lists. I'm a list guy. I'll just name off some of the biggest one. Antlers.
That one's disappointing because that is a Guillermo del Toro produced film.
Production. Yeah. Very
and I
disappointing.
was we were super excited for that. We even did a trailer reaction.
Yeah,
for that
Carrie Russell in it. The
Yes.
trailer looked so
film.
good.
It looked incredible.
It looked
It looked
crazy.
dark and
Yeah.
real
Something
spooky.
like The Wendigo or something like that. It looked crazy, but to be determined. Haven't even released the date yet.
Nope.
Black Widow, to be determined.
Okay.
Fast and Furious 9. I know you're upset about that.
Heartbreak.
We already talked about that.
Heartbreak.
They say April 2nd, a year from now.
Should I bring up my Fast and Furious news since you brought it up, or should
Yeah,
I wait?
sure.
Okay, just so we have a continuity here.
Yeah.
All right, here it is. Are you ready?
Yes.
Hobbs and Shaw is
2.
getting a sequel.
Duh.
I know, of course it is. I don't understand why
That
this is
movie
such
made
a big cash cow
if that
film,
movie
but-
made $1 more than what its budget was, they were giving it a sequel.
I know. It's just
Yeah, not surprising.
Not up my alley. Don't like those kind of movies.
Ghostbusters Afterlife
Heartbroken.
delayed to March 5th.
That wrecks me because
Yeah.
that was supposed to be in July, and
Yeah.
we were seriously looking forward to that.
Because it had everyone back.
Yes, we did a trailer reaction
Yeah.
on that as well.
Minions Rise of Gru. Don't give a shit about that. Morbius.
Yep.
Mulan. Let's talk about the New Mutants.
Okay,
What is Disney's plan for this fucking...
just put it on Disney Plus. Just do it.
They got this movie for free. They bought it. It came
Yeah.
with the deal with Fox.
It
They
came with the Fox.
they made it for $0
Yep.
because they bought it already for free. It's not in the universe. It's
Nope.
completely
It's
separate.
a separate story,
They've delayed it 9 times now.
and you're not even trying to be funny there.
No.
Like I really think it's been delayed about
And
9
they didn't
times.
even not even a new release date, just says to be determined. This is
So that could come out in 2021
It's-
midway through.
it's not going to make any money at the theaters.
People are tired of seeing it be delayed, man.
Right now is the time.
Yes.
It's weird.
It's so shocking to me.
I am so interested in this movie at this point.
But you know what? Yeah, you and I are definitely going to go see this.
I love movies that have just a rocky
Weird story. Yeah. This is one of those history of cinemas we could do on our
Yeah,
YouTube channel where it would
absolutely.
be like a year or two from now after it comes out, you could talk about all the chaos that ensued.
Yeah. I can't wait. They can't even make a sequel for this
No,
point
they
now
can't.
because all the kids are fucking
30?
30 years old.
At the time, they're like 14.
New Mutants, No Time to Die. We know that's been pushed back. Peter Rabbit.
Which is good. I'm glad that No Time to Die is pushed back. Are they done? Are they done filming?
Yeah, I think
that?
they're done. Yeah,
Okay.
they pushed it back because of Corona.
Right.
'Cause
November
remember, that was
12th.
being released this month.
It was, yeah. Which would have been great. I was so excited for
Yeah.
that. No Time to Die, but
A Quiet Place has been pushed back. A lot.
God, another
Those
one.
were all
another one.
Those
man.
are all movies that are already done, or done, produced, and everything.
Yep.
Edited. They're just being pushed back because of the Corona. Here is some movies that are being pushed back that are in production.
Okay.
The Elvis Presley biopic that Tom Hanks is in. We know that's been
Obviously
pushed back
because
he's
he
still
and his wife
Yeah.
free to have coronavirus.
Mission Impossible 7 halted production.
Because that sucks too. Because like
Yeah.
Mission Impossible are one of those special films where it's like
They get
for whatever
better.
reason, it
Yeah.
never gets old. It actually is increasing the value, increasing my attention span. Like I love Mission Impossible.
Yeah. Jurassic World Dominion paused.
The short film was good. Did you get a chance
I
to
did.
watch
I liked
that
it
a
a
little
lot.
while ago? That
And
was good.
I have I have high hopes for Dominion.
You do? Even
do.
because Trevor's directing again. Let's
And
hope
because
he's-
they got Dr. Alan Grant back, and
Yes.
they got everyone.
they got the original cast of Jurassic Park.
Batman, Hulk production, a new Sylvester Stallone movie.
Called Samaritan.
Stopped for production. Fantastic Beasts has completely stopped. The new Matrix 4 has completely stopped. A movie I was looking forward to called First Cow is being pushed back. Or actually, they're re-releasing that one to theaters.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think that's an A24 film.
Well, then I'm on board. I swear to you, Cash, if A24
I'm pretty
pops
sure
up
it's
in
an
any
A24, yeah.
trailer, I'm going to the film. Bottom line.
The Uncharted movie, based on the game, has stopped. Avatar, I know you're probably upset about that, has stopped production in New Zealand.
Dude? I just recently rewatched Avatar, and I am super impressed with 2009, man. So you're talking like 2007, 2008 when they started making this. So I'm a little bummed, but again, I just rewatched the film. I don't know where the fuck they're gonna go for Avatar 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Well, they stopped. They were filming actually in New Zealand. Like they had to stop doing that. So that really sucks. But yeah, I mean, just everything. We're 2000 or I think the next movie
Did
that's
Wonder Woman get pushed
no, it's still. Oh, it got pushed back
to
from
August?
to August.
Yeah, so 2 months.
I think that's the only movie that's slated to still come out. I mean, that's
This
the
year.
soon. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it sucks. It definitely sucks. But I mean, next year's we're gonna have a fucking blockbuster come out every day.
Every day. Yeah, that's gonna be nice, man.
It's gonna be a wild
This
time.
podcast is gonna be so busy. We're not
Yeah.
gonna be able to keep up, dude. For real.
Yeah,
We're gonna be able to
absolutely.
keep
Yeah.
up.
But
It'll be a good time for movies.
Yep, absolutely. Top Gun Maverick has been pushed back June 24th to December. Everything. Candyman.
Whoa, Top
Bums
Gun
me
got
out.
pushed back to December.
Yeah, Candyman got pushed back to September also.
That's irritating. God, there's so many fucking good movies, and excuse my language, but there's so many great films
Yeah.
that were coming out, and we gotta wait pretty much a whole year.
Jungle
now for them.
Cruise.
Oh,
No.
2021.
That means we'll only have 8 Rock movies come out this
kidding.
year. So we won't get the
That's
usual
crazy
20.
though. Look at that. It comes out July 30th, 2021. That's a far pushback, man.
It's a day before my birthday.
Yeah.
French Dispatch. Just over, Mason. Our lives are
Yeah,
over.
I'm actually getting really upset now because I was excited for that. That was a Wes Anderson.
And I'll end it on this.
Don't do it to me.
I'll end it
Don't
on
do it
this.
to me, Cash Kraus.
Untitled Indiana Jones, the 5th Indiana Jones starring Harrison Ford. Now this one's scary
Why?
because for one, you got to watch Harrison Ford on a regular basis.
Well, you got to make sure that dude don't get on the plane
Yeah.
in the next 2 years.
and now that he's one that will get corona and be like, I'm good.
Oh,
Be like,
he'll
"I'm not-"
survive.
Well, he'll get it and he won't tell anyone and he'll end up
Nope.
fucking dying. But yeah, but he's
No, dude,
I'm worried.
The
He's an
coronavirus
old.
can't kill him.
He's an old man. He's a very old man.
He's a special man.
No,
He's a special
he's
man.
built just like you and I. He's got the same lungs as you.
He's got the same
I
genetics.
promise you, he can die just as easy. If I shot this man, he'd die just as easy as any one of us. But yeah, just depressing.
Yeah, it is. It really is. It's too
2022.
bad. Yep. That's if you can't do the math, that's 2.5 years from now. So
It sucks, doesn't it?
it does. It really does. But that's
Depressing.
unfortunately that is the world we live in, Cash.
The only thing that's still scheduled to come out that I know of is The Green Knight. A24 has not been.
Again.
I think it's coming out March or May or April or.
I thought it was
whatever.
May.
Yeah, I can't remember. It's May. Yeah, it's May.
I think it was May.
Yeah, they're still gonna have that come out, so I don't know what they're gonna do there. But it's A24, so maybe they'll release it to Amazon.
Yeah, maybe.
Possibly.
So here's some new news for you. Do you remember that Birds of Prey scene that was extremely risky? And I don't want to use any spoilers for the movie news in case someone has not seen Birds of Prey.
Well, there was a lot of risky
Okay,
scenes
but
in
the
Birds of
most
Prey.
risky one where let's just put it this way, the woman's on top of the table because
Yes.
Ian McGregor's character forced her on the table uncomfortably.
That was riskier than the family getting their face cut off, huh?
I guess so. I guess in a lot of ways. Well, I think with the whole Me Too movement and stuff, it was a little risky.
I would
to
agree
put
that
those
that,
sort of power plays on
that
a
scene is
woman, but-
definitely the most tense for sure.
Yeah.
I love Birds of Prey, man.
The director actually came out, Kathy Yon.
Yeah.
And this was her statement on that scene. End quote. I'll be honest. We had to fight to keep that scene because it was uncomfortable. It was risky, and we had to fight to keep it all. There are cuts of the movie without it. I'm really glad that we kept it because I think it's important. I think that a lot of people have been very impacted by that scene. I think it's a huge turning point for Roman. It's a huge turning point for Canary. And the way that this was shot, it was hopefully not about the sexual violence upon the woman. It was more about Roman, what he's capable of, and Canary seeing him for who he really is for the first time. Now she can fully cut herself off from him, and I thought it was really important scene, so we fought for it. That makes that explanation.
110%. That scene is extremely important to the film,
and it was
it's a turning point for Roman.
Yep, and it's a turning point for Canary as well, to see how vicious and evil he was.
And my hat's off to DC for having the balls to do that, because Marvel would never
not in a million
dream
years.
of you shoot a scene like that. They have you replaced.
They have you
the next
on the day. Yeah,
the next day.
Even that day, they might just have Ron Howard.
They got Ron Howard. You come in, Ron Howard, sit in your chair. Oh, this isn't good.
Ron, what are you
see
doing?
Ron here.
He's like, yeah, this is awkward.
It's like, look, I'm getting used to it by this point.
Yeah, he's
but,
you
know the drill.
Fired? You were let go?
Yeah. He's the pinch hitter. Ron is. you just bring him in when you know people can't get it done. But that movie is. I stand by that movie. That movie's out on DVD now. You can go and watch it. Go and watch that movie. It was one of my favorite comic book movies of this year. I love that film. But the darkest DC film yet. Darker than whatever they tried to do with Justice League.
Yeah.
When that was quoted being
whatever
Justice
the hell
League
that
dark.
was.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, that scene is so good, but I'm glad that she fought to keep that in.
Well, only because you brought it up. The Snyder Cut, obviously, Justice League.
I did not bring that up. You brought that up.
I just brought it up now. But here it is. The Snyder Cut fans get a glimmer of hope from new Warner Media CEO. So I guess...
We're not getting it.
You don't think so?
No.
So... long story short, I guess the Warner Media CEO is liking Twitter posts that have the hashtag release the Snyder Cut. So people are getting super excited. Maybe the Warner CEO, he's going to release the Snyder Cut.
Why not? It's not going to hurt anything.
It's not going to hurt a damn thing.
I know people are going to see it and be like, that's not that much better.
And even, I guess the Cyborg actor literally just came out like 3 or 4 days ago and said that Snyder Cut does exist and it is available.
Oh, it's confirmed. It's been confirmed. Yeah. But how much different could it be?
Dude, I have no idea.
I mean, I know how films are shot. I mean, I know how much footage they shoot, but how? Because that film, it would have to be so much different to be a better film that there's no way it's going to be any. I just feel like people are going to be disappointed. They're building it up so much that people are thinking it's going to be a completely different film, and it's not going to be.
No.
It's going to be like 8 different scenes, maybe, and it'll be like 30 seconds added into it. Well, I got some more good news. This story made me laugh a lot. I'm very happy about this. Louisiana, fuck.
Well, Louisiana.
If I was going to make you guess where this story took place, you could probably guess it in 3 tries.
Oh, probably. I would be like Louisiana, Florida, Missouri.
Yep. Alabama, maybe.
Alabama, maybe as well. Yeah.
So here's the story.
Okay.
Louisiana police have officially apologized for using the purge siren to signal a coronavirus curfew.
You got to be shitting me.
Yeah. So this town in Louisiana who was being it's just they're like the fucking ground zero for coronavirus because they're Louisiana. They're not doing anything different. No. But it's spreading so rapidly in this town that they had to make a curfew. There's the only way to stop people. So at 9 p.m., they play a siren to issue the curfew. And they didn't know this, but I'm guessing they just pulled it off the internet. A siren?
Probably, yeah.
The siren was the purge siren.
My God.
The siren.
So people are probably panicking.
It's already a panic state. The world is in.
Of course it is, yeah. People are buying toilet paper and just astronomically amount.
And people are already just so
on
fucking
edge.
Wild that it does not take much to throw a human being into panic.
We're
animals on the end of the day.
Especially our entitled American culture where everything, like we never put anything into perspective like this until it's all taken away from us.
Especially Louisiana, where not a lot of good shit happens. So
Probably
you hear
not.
a siren like that and you're like...
Oh, it's go time.
That's what I was saying
Where's
before.
my machete?
Where
know?
at first I'm like, I'm not sure if I would know the Purge siren if I just heard it.
Oh, I would.
But once I listened to it, I knew, oh my God. You know there's people that heard it and were like, fuck.
Yeah.
They gave us no. But if it's going to happen first, they're going to test it out in Louisiana.
Do you have the soundbite for that?
I have a
for
little,
the siren.
I have a little clip. Let's listen to it.
Let's listen to
get
it.
into it. Ready? Probably the scariest siren.
It is a scary siren. You know, there's only one other sound that was as scary to me. Remember War of the Worlds?
Yeah, they use that they use that a lot now. It's overused.
It is.
But this, I hear this. It's go time.
Oh, dude, you got to grab the nearest available weapon. I mean, break a bottle and stab someone in the throat, like that kind of, because it's on.
And you know for a fact, if the government is going to go purge, they're going to test it in this small
Bodonk, town where it's like, all right, let's see how this works out.
Where they're going to have a ton of weapons, and they know they're ready for a fucking fight.
You gotta test it out on the small town folk before you go big scale on this.
So I just thought, you got to workshop it. You gotta. I mean, you're not gonna perfect the
test the waters. That's what you do.
But I just thought that was just so funny in this crazy, crazy time that they officially, the Crowley police chief has come out and said he had no idea the siren was from the Universal horror thriller.
Of course he didn't.
And vowed.
Of course he didn't.
He made a vow right there. Purge siren's gone.
Oh, forever.
I know people loved it, but it's gone. I'm going to vow to you people never to play that again.
You know what? You are so right, though. I guarantee that's all it was. I think they probably just YouTubed or Googled a siren.
Oh, yeah.
And just took it, not even knowing, especially in Louisiana.
Well, because
they don't know.
You can't have the hurricane siren.
Nope.
You can't have like an ambulance or anything like that. So you got to have a new one. There's no technical coronavirus siren.
I wonder if Universal Pictures are going to sue them for copyright. Hey, that's our
alarm. If it was
alarm.
Disney, they'd
Disney
have lawyers on the
they'd take down the whole state. They would own the whole state of Louisiana.
If they're playing the Cinderella theme song at curfew, which would be so much better and lighter.
It would have been a lot lighter.
Real lighter.
Right.
But they play this, yeah. Not only they play at 9 p.m., but at 6 a.m. to show
that's brutal. Come on.
I just think it's funny because this couldn't happen at a worse time. I mean, you could not have had a worse time. People were so scared.
And speaking of coronavirus, Cash, we're going to jump into the next piece. There's somehow already a finished coronavirus movie.
You have told me that.
Yeah. I guess this film is a fictitious film based on the pandemic surrounding the COVID-19 pandemic that obviously was inevitable. The filmmaker actually heard about this going on early on in China and wrote an entire screenplay of this film, shot it before the coronavirus, and now they're trying to find a streaming service to put it on. And the gist of the story is just essentially that that these people are in a coronavirus crisis and they're all in an apartment and they start turning on each other and there starts to be like racism and they start killing each other, pretty much like a small term purge. Mm-hmm. But that's why the two stories kind of correlated. So, but yeah, isn't that insane? The guy wrote a screenplay and shot the film before it hit global stage here in the United States.
The fact that this screenwriter, not a scientist, but a screenwriter knew that this was going to be such a big deal, why our government was telling us that it wasn't going to be worse than the flu. This fucking guy who probably has a degree in English probably does not know.
He probably doesn't have a degree in...
He knew months before our own government was telling us that this was going to be a big deal. This guy had a complete... And he shot the film. The entire scope of what did our government 2 weeks ago start?
I think so. They're like, oh, hey, everyone, by the way,
this might be
full
a
lockdown.
This might be a bigger deal than you think.
Right. You know how I told you?
It blows my mind.
As the president, I said there are 6 cases, which are soon to go down to 0. Yeah, that's not the case.
Remember when I said we had that completely under control? Imagine the opposite.
We do, yeah. Imagine the complete and utter opposite.
Imagine I said that, but everything was opposite. And it was opposite day.
And then we already have 9,000 deaths in the country. Whoops.
Yeah, I just
Screwed
find
that one up, didn't we?
That's the funniest thing to me about that whole story was that guy completed a movie that usually takes a 2-year shoot.
I just turned around and shot it. I mean, wrote it and shot it in like 4 months. Super impressive. And you know what? I don't even care if this film's bad.
It's probably going to be bad.
I haven't seen it, so
Yeah.
I can't attest to that. But I would like to see this on a streaming service because you know what? Hats off to this guy. Even if it's not a good movie, to be able to write a movie and shoot it, and obviously it's an indie film.
Yeah.
But to be able to shoot the whole thing, that's really impressive. I'd love to see that.
Yeah,
Just-
it
just for the hell of
just
it.
blows my mind.
And I got time.
Yeah.
You know, in quarantine.
Might as well release it. I think,
Might
yeah.
as well.
I'm thinking people probably don't want this guy to release it. Fuck, dude. A full movie before.
I know it is impressive though. Just the whole idea of it.
Yeah.
And I'll give the director a shout out. I'm gonna butcher his name, but it's Mostafa Keshvari.
Probably Mustafa. Yeah.
Mustafa. No, there's no R in it. Mustafa Keshvari.
Mustafa. Yeah.
Mustafa Keshvari.
I'm gonna say yes.
Thank you.
Because I don't know them personally.
Right, of course. Nor
And
do
I assume he won't be contacting me.
He will not.
But yeah, that's crazy. But a good businessman, really, that guy. He saw something.
Oh,
He
yeah.
was like, "This is gonna be a big deal. People are gonna want a lot of media for this." But that guy could probably give us more information about the disease than what's now available.
Probably.
Let's get on. I got some good news, some more good news.
Oh, that's good because I'm gonna end this podcast with some bad
Okay,
news.
because it's half good, half bad. Because as we know, South by Southwest, the film festival in Austin, has been canceled. First time ever. First time. And very devastating because that's where a lot of indie filmmakers
go.
and everything go. And they go there to find a production company that will pay for them to release the movie.
Mhm.
That's what everyone goes and does.
Yep.
But it was canceled. And but just released, Amazon will be continuing the festival one time only. 2020 event, they're going to have the complete film lineup available for free to stream on Amazon.
That's awesome.
Fucking awesome, man.
Is it 1 day or 10 days?
It's 10 days, one time only.
Okay, I see what
Yeah,
you're saying.
so they're only, the
Because I was
entire
gonna say,
festival
that's
lasts
going to
10
be really
days.
hard for us to watch
No, it's,
however many movies in 1 day. So
But that's awesome, man.
It
And if
is.
you-
That's a really cool
And if you don't
thing,
know,
too.
South by Southwest, that's a big film festival. And
It's a big deal.
There's like hundreds of films that go to South by Southwest. But I brought a list of famous South by Southwest.
films.
Yeah, exactly. So because we might find a gym here.
I know, we
see
might.
the next big.
We might
fucking
just roll
film.
across it.
Yeah, absolutely. We don't know, but I'll list the 10 biggest right here, and you might be surprised.
Oh, perfect.
Evil Dead the remake, which I fucking love.
Oh, the remake. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you meant the original.
Keanu, the comedy.
I still have not seen
It's
that. I forgot
funny.
about
It's
that movie. I heard it was really
hilarious.
good.
With Keegan-Michael
Yeah,
Peele.
of course, and Jordan Peele.
The
too,
one
yeah.
with them riffing off of John Wick.
Mhm.
That was released at South by Southwest. Furious 7, which is
Okay.
wild to me when that was released by
I
because it's
don't.
usually for small. Well, it's usually for smaller.
It is
21 Jump Street.
really
Yeah, Bridesmaids.
okay. I heard Bridesmaids was hilarious.
You haven't seen
I've yet to see it. Yeah.
It's one of the best.
Oh, it's got Melissa McCarthy in it too.
That's what made her famous was Bridesmaids.
Oh, dude, I got it.
That was the first movie
she's
I ever
fucking
saw her in.
Hilarious to me. I gotta go check that out.
I'm actually shocked. It's one of the
No,
best
I have not.
comedies
I've-
probably
I haven't
ever.
Seen it. Nope.
Oh
maybe.
my
Hey,
God.
we got time. We might do that as a review next.
It's insane. You know they won for best original screenplay the Oscar for Bridesmaid.
You're kidding me.
Yeah, Kristen Wiig won.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's really awesome.
I can't believe you haven't seen. It's better than just a comedy. It's just so good. But anyway, number 5, Knocked Up, which is hilarious.
Yeah, that's a great film.
Disaster Artist aired 2 years ago.
Such, you know what? We got to take a second. I mean, that was one of the best performances, which isn't really like the hardest performance in the world, but James Franco, I thought,
good,
crushed. Him and his brother were really
His
good.
brother
in
did
this.
really good
He
too.
did.
Yeah.
That movie was so much fun. And then I love at the end the rolling credits where they do the side by side comparison.
Yeah, I like
it
that
was
too, yeah.
it was beautiful. It was awesome. That was a fun film. for sure.
And Cabin in the Woods was released. I love Cabin in the Woods.
Is that Chris Hemsworth?
You haven't seen that either?
No, I haven't.
God,
Not seen
that's
Cabin in the Woods. It just looked like a traditional horror film. Or
that's
no,
exactly
no.
what it was. No,
Hold
you're
on,
probably
is this
thinking that.
is this a TV show one? Where they end up like recording everyone in this cabin in the woods, or no?
It's
It's like a game show.
it's not a game show.
Okay, then never mind. I have not seen.
No,
this
it's
one.
not. Yeah, there is people watching them, but it's not a game show.
Then I've seen this one.
How do you not remember? It's one of the best horror films. It's one of my favorites. It's got a young Chris Hemsworth in it. Mm-hmm. But man, it's good. Number 2,
of course,
Baby Driver.
Awesome film.
If we get a Baby Driver this year,
Yes,
equivalent, that'd be a
please.
big fucking deal.
That movie's got rewatchability too.
Oh yeah.
Like you can go back and watch that.
Number 1 movie that has been released at South by Southwest, A Quiet Place. What if we get a movie that is equivalent of A Quiet Place?
Oh, that'd be great. That'd be great. John Krasinski, do you see what he's doing on his
I
channel
did,
now?
yeah. Everyone's
Some good
doing.
news?
Everyone's doing a because like all the talk show hosts are doing it from their house and whatever. Yeah.
But I
doing
love
his
it
own.
because like it's lighthearted, it's fun. He talks about a lot of good news.
Yeah.
And he's making a difference too. Like that girl that he got a surprise in his second episode, like she was so happy. Not only did she get to meet Emily Blunt, which is one of her favorite, but then she got to see the whole cast of Hamilton sing to her.
I know.
That was pretty awesome.
That's pretty awesome.
That was
I
that was cool to
I just
see.
wish
I
he
really
would release Quiet Place
I
too.
know. I really like John Krasinski though, because he just seems like a genuine, like you know how celebrities get a little crazy a lot of the times. He just seems like a down to earth, genuine human being that like I don't know, you just respect. Like I respect John.
He's
Krasinski
Big Tuna.
so much. Big Tuna. Yeah. He's never changed though. He just always. I don't know. I really.
It's because
I have high respect
It's because
for
he
him.
wasn't famous before he got famous. It's always people that already like grew up famous. Who are always going fucking crazy. He was like waiting tables when he got
the role for
Jim
yeah,
for
Big
office.
Tuna.
Yeah, he was for Big Tuna exactly. But yeah, he was waiting tables. So people like that because they know what they fucking gave them. Like Chris Pratt he was homeless when he got.
Well,
the
yeah, and
role
that's why Chris Pratt's such a good
cool.
dude,
Yeah,
too.
it's cool as hell.
Super
Yeah,
cool.
it's only people that don't realize what a gift they have.
Yeah.
They end up fucking it up. But yeah, he's a good guy. That's all the news I got. I'm excited for that though. They haven't released much about the South by Southwest. I'm sure they're still working out the kinks, but it will be available for anyone that has Amazon Prime.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I don't want to end on bad news, but I'm going to.
Yeah, you usually do.
I do.
You say you don't like to, but I gotta think at this point you enjoy it.
It's like the angel and the devil, the good and the bad. It is what it is. But do you remember Mrs. Kittner from Jaws?
Yes.
Her kid got eaten by a shark.
Yep.
Very, very sad.
It was
and she slapped.
And her kid got killed, and they still opened the beach.
Exactly.
Which
pissed her off.
And that's the right lady, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was visibly upset.
She passed away from coronavirus complications.
I saw that.
Yeah. But a lot of people, a lot of musicians, a lot of actors
I saw
are passing away from coronavirus.
folk
man.
legend
It's sad.
John Prine died just a couple days ago from corona. It's taking people out, man.
It is.
It's taking people out.
Yeah, this was probably the biggest one, John Prine.
Yeah, I'd probably say so. I mean, fucking.
I mean, they're all.
He
big.
played with everyone. Bruce Springsteen. I mean, he played with
Bob Dylan.
Bob Dylan was
Yeah,
a huge
huge.
John Prine fan. Yeah.
Yep.
Which Bob Dylan just came out with a 17-minute JFK song.
He did. I know. I got to listen to that. I haven't listened to it yet. Have you? Have you checked it out?
I haven't listened to
No?
it yet, but I can only imagine. Like
Same.
you're a little late for the JFK. Right?
Like, hey, man, that.
But
I hate to break it
it's
to you,
so
but
Bob Dylan because Bob Dylan, if you don't know about
he
Dylan,
does what the hell he wants.
He does not care about his fans. Actually, dislikes them.
in a lot of ways,
Very much
does not like him.
his fans. But he came out with he finally gave his opinion on JFK 50 years later.
Well, I'm glad we got it. I mean, better now than never, right? I mean,
But is anyone talking about it?
no, I think that ship sailed 70 years ago.
But it is a 16-minute long JFK. I love Bob Dylan. You know, I mean,
Oh, of course.
he's got so many. He's a genius. But yeah, I mean, he came out with a 17. That was always funny to me. But yeah, Corona, man, it's scary. It's the real deal.
It is. It is a real deal.
It's the real deal for sure, and it's taking out people that once rich people start dying, you really realize it's real.
It's so sad to say, but yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
When even like these people who have millions of dollars,
And have
who you know can have
endless
resources. Exactly. That's
I
when it
have
becomes scary.
0 resources. How am I going to survive if John Prime, one of the just a full legend, if he can survive this? Of course, let's see, he's very old, but
Yeah.
But the Prime Minister of England, Boris Johnson, that son of a bitch has it. That guy runs a country.
He does.
If he can get it, it's crazy.
So last piece of news, because I want to bring it up on a positive note. Do you remember, because we haven't had a movie news in a while, Cash.
No, we have not.
Do you remember that video Imagine all the people where Gal Gadot and all the celebrities are
just
singing.
imagine, yeah.
Yeah, well, imagine all the people, whatever. Yeah.
The song is called
It's
Imagine.
Imagine, of course, yeah.
But yeah, how could
John
I forget?
Lennon, of course.
Very
But,
cringy. Maybe
the
cringiest
most
thing of the
cringy
year
thing ever. Well,
so far.
Oh my God, it was awful. Well, Rogan last week on his podcast, I love this quote from him. It was so funny. I wish I would have pulled it up so we could have got audio from it. But this was his quote after seeing that. He goes, "This is not the time. When everyone's granny is dying, you fucking idiot. To sing Imagine There's No Heaven, it's such a dumb move."
I just think, yeah, just assuming, I mean, it wasn't much as the lyrics for me. Just like it's these fucking, like, these people thought they were curing cancer with this song.
Well, yeah, they were so proud of themselves. Like, they just, like, saved the entire universe. It's like, what is this?
That was it. It was the shit-eating grin after all of them were like, we did it.
Exactly. And Rogan puts it in perfect perspective. This is the last part of the quote. He goes, in quote, "If I'm friends with her, I would have to say, hey, listen, you're awesome. I think you're great. But that is a really ridiculous idea. It is so lacking in self-awareness and so ridiculous. I mean, Granny died choking on her own vomit. But I feel like the world's a better place because Gal Gadot's so pretty. There are some people who get real life indulgent and real self-righteous with the social media. It exposes a lot of celebrities for being real dorks."
Oh, they're dorks for sure. And I got to say, it's cringy as hell. But to be honest,
super
Gal
cringy.
Gadot calls me up and she's looking just...
And she asked me to help sing her Imagine.
Yeah. What are you going to do?
10 times out of 11, I say yes. Yes, I will.
Not even thinking how stupid it's
No,
going
of
to be.
course
It's
not.
Gal, for one, Gal Gadot's calling me. And even if I'm a star at this point, it's Gal Gadot.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
still
like,
like, I can't say no. You're in a face of an angel. I can't say no to you. What? Imagine saying no to anything.
When she could potentially beat your ass. I mean,
Oh, absolutely. She's
you know,
Israeli.
she was Israeli
Yeah,
and
yeah.
in the army as
Yeah.
well. So it's a
She
scary
could.
situation.
She could probably call me up and be like, "Look, I got to have you shoot your grandma," and I'm gonna be like, "Damn, that sucks. I love grandma.
I love Gam.
I love Gamma more than anyone probably. I mean, it's gonna be a heartbreaker, and the family's gonna miss her." But Gal, I got to do it for you. I mean, this is so. I mean, for Joe Rogan to say that, obviously he's saying that because he'd never get the call from Gal Gadot.
Never, not in a million years.
But 9 times out of 10, I want to see the person that's telling her no. Who's saying no?
well, I don't think
How
anyone did.
famous do you have to be?
Because they had like 40, 50 fucking
A-listers,
celebrities in
yeah.
that video. Yeah.
So I really like. I mean, maybe she asked like Jack Nicholson or something. He'd say no, but only because he's not doing anything. Yes. But I can't imagine a single person, even though it was so damn cringy.
The worst.
Just
the worst thing.
Just not.
And there's no music in the background. It's just them a cappella singing the song.
It's
And I'm like,
acapella.
oh, God.
It is a cappella, but it's got a lot of famous people on it. We couldn't even name off all the fucking
No,
famous.
nor do I care to.
No, I couldn't either because it was all horrible.
Yes.
There
I'd
wa-
rather just forget about it entirely.
Well, some definitely better than others. Singing.
I actually slightly regret even bringing this story up now because I had to reimagine that
well,
video.
It's funny to talk about. It is a funny video because you really realize that these people have no fucking
No idea.
clue of what is going on
So
outside
oblivious
of
to
their
everything.
bubble. I should email Gal Gadot and be like, "You're not gonna believe this. My grandma, she had coronavirus. They all said she was gonna die. I showed her this video. She's doing fucking backflips. She's Gal. I don't know what it was.
I don't know what happened. I think it was just your inspirational video that just saved the day.
All the doctor said, say goodbye. She wasn't making it. But Gal, I showed her a video and she pulled a fucking Grandpa Joe.
She's doing 180.
She's great. You saved her life, Gal.
Thank you so much. I just had to write you this letter.
I had to let you know you're curing disease. But
Keep it up. Please continue.
But they don't. I guarantee they don't even realize it's embarrassing.
No, they don't. They have no idea.
No
completely oblivious to
no
it.
one has gone up and told them that was fucking embarrassing. Every single person has gone up and gone, inspirational.
That right there?
Inspirational, what you just did.
I gotta emulate that. That was beautiful, man.
That I want more of.
Yes.
That's what we need. Well, Mason, that's all I got from movie news.
Yeah, that's all I've got. That's all I got, Cash Krause. All right. Well, you guys, if you're watching on YouTube, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. And when you subscribe, be sure to hit that bell notification. Get all the latest updates on our YouTube channel. We got a lot of things in the works, guys. We have our movie news. We have movie reviews. We have TV Tuesdays. We have trailer reactions. We have history of cinema. we have our top lists. So like top 10, top 8, top 6. We got a lot of things in the works on our YouTube channel, so be sure to go check that out. You can find our podcast on audio format, Spotify, iTunes, SoundCloud, Google Play, and Stitcher. If you guys are on iTunes, be sure to leave us a 5-star review on iTunes. We're really struggling with those. Keep listening. We got the listener count. We just need more reviews. But we are noticing people are starting to leave reviews on iTunes, so continue to do that, guys. Social media pages, Twitter, Seen It Podcast. Cash is on Twitter. That's just Cash. Instagram, Have You Seen It? And Facebook, Have You Seen It Podcast. I think that about does it, Cash.
Let's do it.
Alrighty, well, my name's Mason Knight. That over there is Cash Kraus, and until next time.
Adios.